Hello, good morning children. How are you all? I hope you all are fit and fine. So, welcome to the literature class. As you know that we have started the new chapter, lesson 12, Breaking In, and it is written by Anna Swell. Okay, so in the previous class, I have explained first para. Okay, and today rest of the explanation we will do. Okay children, so all of you just open your book. Now I am going to show you in the book, and before we will do the explanation, let me tell you who has written this lesson. Anna Swell. Okay, and you know children, this chapter has been written by Anna Swell, and this is the chapter of much loved classic tale told from a horse's point of view. And this chapter, the young horse Black Beauty tells us about his early life. So before we start this lesson, means already we have started, but let me remind you again. Once again, I am going to tell you about the poet. Anna Swell was born in 1820 and died in 1878. She was an English novelist known widely for her novel Black Beauty. The novel deals with the well-being of animals and gives lessons in kindness, sympathy and respect for others. She tries to create a bond between animals and humans, and it teaches us the technique of personification, enhancement of vocabulary and command over different narrative techniques. Black Beauty is the hero and narrator of a story, of course. Okay, so half of the explanation we have already done. Now let's open your book, and now I am going to show you in the book. Okay children, so children, here is a book. See, lesson 12, Breaking In, page number 79. I hope you all have opened. Okay, so here you know that already first para explanation we have done. So I'll read once again and I'll explain once again. Okay, I was now beginning to grow handsome. My coat had grown fine and soft and was bright black. I had one white foot and a pretty white star on my forehead. I was thought very handsome. My master would not sell me till I was 4 years old. He said lads ought not to work like men, and colts ought not to work like horses till they were quite grown. So here the horse, whose name is Black Beauty, it's talking about himself. Okay, when I was 4 years old, the horse is saying, Squire Gordon came to look at me. He examined my eyes, my mouth and my legs. He felt them all down. And then I had to walk and trot and gallop before him. He seemed to like me and said, when he was been well broken in, he will do very well. My master said he would break me in himself, as he should not like me to be frightened or hurt, and he lost no time about it, for the next day he began. So when he was 4 years old, Squire Gordon came to see him, and after examining well, made him trot and gallop and seemed to like him. He said he would be a good horse when broken in, and his master agreed to break him in himself without scaring him. So after that, what the master has done? The master began the process the very next day. Means from the next day he started trained to Black Beauty. He began with the bit and the bridle. Next came the saddle. Once he got used to that, the master gently rode him. Moving on to the next page. Everyone may not know what breaking in is. Okay, what is breaking in? Therefore, I will describe it. Now, what is breaking in? Listen. It means to teach a horse to wear a saddle and a bridle, and to carry on his back a man, woman, or child, to go just the way they wish and to go quietly. Beside this, he has to learn to wear a collar, a crupper, and a breeching. You know, children, some words are highlighted there. Crupper means a leather strap fastened to the saddle of a harness and looping under the tail of a horse to prevent harness from slipping forward. Next word is breeching. Breeching means the part of the harness that passes around the haunches of a horse. Okay? And to stand still while they are put on, they have to have a cart or a chaise fixed behind, so that he cannot walk or trot without dragging it after him. And he must go fast or slow just as the driver wishes. He must never start at what he sees, nor speak to other horses, nor bite, nor kick, nor have any will of his own, but always do his master's will, even though he may be very tired or hungry. But the worst of all, when his harness is once on, may neither jump for joy nor lie down for weariness. So, you see, this breaking in is a great thing. Harness here, straps and other fitting by which a horse is fastened to a cart or carriage. Okay, weariness means tiredness. Next para. I had of course long been used to a halter and a headstall, and to be led about in the field and the lanes quietly. But now I was to have a bit and bridle. My master gave me some oaths as usual, and after a good deal of coaxing, he got the bit into my mouth and the bridle fixed, but it was a nasty thing. So children, as you know that the master has started the training of the Black Beauty, and the Black Beauty is saying that I had to of course long been used to a halter and a headstall and to be led about in the field. So he has to go in the meadow and lanes quietly, and now I was have to a bit and bridle. My master gave me some oats as usual, and after a good deal of coaxing, he got the bit into my mouth and the bridle fix. Okay, but it was a nasty thing, means the horse is going to irritate now. Okay, so those who have never had a bit in their mouths cannot think how bad it feels. A great piece of cold hard steel as thick as a man's finger to be pushed into one's mouth, between one's teeth and over one's tongue, with the ends coming out at the corner of your mouth and held fast thereby straps over your head, under your throat, around your nose and under your chin, so that no way in the world can you get rid of the nasty hard thing. It is very bad. Yes, very bad. The Black Beauty is saying, at least I thought so, but I knew my mother always wore one when she went out, and all horses did when they were grown up. And so, what with the nice oaths, and what with my master Pat's kind words and gentle ways, I got to wear my bit and bridle. So children, in this para, as a part of her training, Black Beauty was sent to the neighbor's meadow beside the railway. He was terrified when the first train passed by with all the noise and smoke. Black Beauty ran to be the fastest end of the meadow. As you know children, the Black Beauty is talking about himself because his training is very hard. But his master is very kind and gentle and very politely handle this. So here the Black Beauty is talking about that who have never had a bit in their mouths cannot think how bad it feels. When it goes in the mouth, he feels very bad, and a great piece of cold hard steel as thick as the man's finger to be pushed into one's mouth, and between one teeth and over one tongue, with the ends coming out at the corner of your mouth. Means it was very painful for Black Beauty, but then also because of his master's kind words, gentle way, he accept that. Okay, next para. Next came the saddle, but that was not half so bad. My master put it on my back very gently, while old Daniel held my head. He then made the grits fast under my body, patting and talking to me all the time. Then I had a few oats, then a little leading about, and this he did. He did every day till I began to look for the oats and the saddle. At length, one morning, my master got on my back and rode me round the meadow on the soft grass. It certainly did feel queer, but I must say I felt rather proud to carry my master. As he continued to ride me a little every day, I soon became accustomed to it. Okay? So here the Black Beauty is saying that he feels very proud because his master was sitting on his back. And as he continued to ride me a little every day, I soon become accustomed to it. The next unpleasant business was putting on the iron shoes. You know, you have seen the horses are putting the iron shoes, and that was too hard as first. My master went with me to the smith forge to see that I was not hurt or got any fright. The blacksmith took my feet in his hand one after the other and cut away some of the hoof. It did not pain me, so I stood still on 3 legs till he had done them all. Then he took a piece of iron and shape of my foot and clapped it on and drove some nails through the shoe quite into my hoof, so that the shoe was firmly on. My feet felt very stiff and heavy, but in time I got used to it. Okay, so here the Black Beauty is explaining that. Next, what he was going to wear? He is going to wear the iron shoes, and that was very hard. So he is explaining how the blacksmith took my feet in his hand one after other and cut away some of the hoof, and it is not painful, so I stood still on 3 legs till he had done them all. Then he took a piece of iron and shape of my foot and clapped it on and drove some nails through the shoe quite into my hoof, so that the shoe was firmly on. My feet felt very stiff and heavy. My feet felt very stiff and heavy. He was feeling very stiff and heavy, but in time I got used to it. Because before that, earlier, He was not wearing, and now only the training has started. So he used to it. Rest of the part I'll explain in the next class. And what is the homework you have to do? Underline all the difficult words and write in your rough copy and learn all the spellings. Okay? Which words are difficult. Okay? So children, that's all for today. Thank you and God bless you all.